gonna draw his head coming around. And one thing I've realized since I first started drawing Brick is that he needs a little bit of forehead space before his hair starts in. And the goal of this facial expression is to make it seem more like Brick is tense about the battle he's in rather than he's mad or anything. I'm going to continue working on his facial features. And then right off, just a little bit past his chin, we're starting his neck here. Just like that, and sort of connect it to the head itself. And now I'm going to start on his hair. For Brick specifically, there's a key point in the hair that I like to start off with. That's this front part of it here. About 3 spikes curving back like this. Erase some of these sketch lines here. And then it comes back around back here. You want to make sure you place the ear about the same level as the nose on the face. And then I come back around here. I'm going to start his hair going back behind his neck. And here, right below the spike, or the main part of his hair, I'm going to add in these few spikes here. Erase the rest of his head outline there. I think he's starting to come along quite well. I'm going to add a little bit of a mark just below his mouth to sort of represent his chin. Now, I'm sort of going to readjust the eye here, because I didn't quite like how it looked. I'm going to use a lead pencil for that, a mechanical pencil. Sort of going to make his mouth a little bit more angry. So at the moment, my drawing looks really, really weird, but I'm going to fix that real quick here. I'm going to do that by working on the body now. From Brick's neck, I'm just going to continue sketching on down, and that's the key about drawing like this, especially with humans, is that you want to start off in a sketch rather than going full-fledged into your drawing. But especially for human characters, you want to make sure you're always being consistent in your proportions. The best thing I can recommend for that is just practicing drawing humans a lot. Coming down on the legs, we're just going to keep sketching it out until we get to the feet. And I'm not going to go too detailed into the feet, rather I'm going to draw what the shoe is going to look like, pretty much, by the time I get done. A trick I've learned to keep my characters in proportion is that the whole body of the human is supposed to be, for the average, 7 heads long. 7.5 about. So we got 1 head here, and you keep going down. And the body here, including the neck, is only going to be about 2 heads long. On the other hand, your leg is going to be about 3, and there's your half. So yeah, that's just a really nice tool to keep your characters in proportion, and it helps out a lot whenever I'm drawing characters like this. It's also a great way to check to make sure your proportions are actually correct before you continue on with your drawing. Finish up here. Alright, so I've got Brick's general form complete now. Now what I'm going to work on from here is building up all the armor on his body. The chest plate, the arm guards, and just all the other armor parts on him, and the details. So I'm going to do that with a mechanical pencil now, so that way I can get more fine lines. And we're gonna start off about here, just around the neck. I want to build the armor up on top of him. And this is my whole reason for starting off with the body first, because it allows me to build the armor up on top of the character as if they are actually wearing it and it's not just part of them. Because that's not what armor is, it's on top of them, so. We're going to start off with the armor plate coming around here. Back around there. And I leave it cut off here because that's where the shoulder plate's gonna go. And one thing that I'm forgetting to do right now, and that you should not forget to do, is that you want to make sure you're sketching very lightly whenever you're doing this, because if you're not, you could end up making a mistake and you won't be able to erase it very well. Just a rule of thumb, sketch until you're doing the inking. So here we're going to build up his arm a little bit better. Seems slightly off in the way I proportioned it. Here we're going to draw in his hand. Let's start off with the first finger about here. We sort of want to make sure the knuckles of the hands sort of follow a line going across here. And then follow another one back down here. And for his sword, we sort of have a glass guard on it. It's not really glass, but it's see-through. So we got the sword coming back across his arm here. And for swords and guns and stuff, I like to use a ruler to make sure I'm keeping my lines very straight. See there, that would have been all over the place. Alright. Cut it off at the end there. So I'm going to draw in the shoulder plates here, which are going to be, we're going to start them off as circles here, on either side of them. Now I understand why this part here looks so disproportionate, because I'm not giving his forearm enough room. So we're going to have to move his arm back a little bit. Now I'm going to continue working on the armor until it's done.